Well, let me show you how you can make like 20, even maybe $25 an hour freelancing, just on your spare time, whenever you want to, right out of your house. And your job would be helping your neighbors get more government grants. Now, this is great, isn't it? And actually, you too, because the government grants, most of them are really a function of how many people where you live. See, what the government does is they count the number of people, and that's what we do in the census. And depending on how many people are somewhere, then we just say how many representatives you get or congressmen and all that, plus how much money you get from all us paying taxes that comes down to the individual. And that's like a $1.5 trillion is given out to people, after it flushes through Washington, right? So it comes back to the people, and they divide it by how many people. See, and last time we did the census in 2010, what they did is, like, kids alone, they missed 5% of the kids. So that means that much money you could have gotten in your neighborhood because these kids weren't counted. You didn't get that grant money that you could take advantage of, your kids could take advantage of, or anybody in your neighborhood. You didn't get it. 5%. That's amazing to me. So that's why now in the new census, it's important, that more people fill out that census form to make sure you get all the money come back. Because if you don't get it, somebody else is going to get it, right? So it's not something you're making more people pay tax money. No, they already paid it. And how it's divided up depends on population. So that's $1.5 trillion. And this is actually the George Washington University Policy Institute did a report on all the programs that are determined by census data. So here we have over 300 programs. You have a $1.5 trillion, and this is a few years ago, so it's just a lot higher now. All these programs, this is the money that's given back to citizens in your zip code or wherever you live. All this money. See, look at hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of programs that given out, to individuals and organizations where you live. So how much of that money are you going to get? It depends on the census. And so if the census doesn't count everybody, you're going to get gypped. And that's why you see a lot of ads about filling out the census now, because if you don't, you're not going to get the money. And that's the important thing. It's money that you paid for in taxes. We all did. So that's why I think it's important that you fill out the census form so that you make sure you get it all. There's lots of data here. Here's another report about how Texas is trying to make sure everybody fills out the form. And they say, in Texas, they lost like $1,600 per person because everybody didn't fill out the form, right? That's how much they lost. So everybody in Texas lost $1,600 that they could have made last year or this year and forever, but they didn't fill out the form. So the last 10 years, they lose $1,600 per Texan. That's how much they did lose. So that's why it's silly to miss this out. And so it's going to take you 20 minutes or whatever it does to fill out the form. See, here are the programs. They have it even how much money is coming back, and that's direct payments. That means cash in your pocket individually, grant payment. That means cash, and somebody's pocket is going out there. So that's why it's important to do this. And see, you could get paid to help people fill out this form. See, the government is looking for people to hire. Work an hour a week, 10 hours a week, 50 hours a week, or whatever, wherever you are around the country, they're still looking for people. And the census starts for them. So if you go to 2020census.gov/jobs, and that's what you want to do. You're looking for a 2020 census job, and that's a .gov. Do not go to anything but .gov. It tells you how to fill it out, what to do, apply now, and you're going to get paid. You're not working for some scam artist, but there are scams out there on the census. So be careful. So it tells you what locations, how much pay, and the pay varies by location. You may get $15 an hour, you may get $25 an hour to do this. So it's a great part-time job. It's not forever, so it's not like getting married. It's temporary, and actually, I think all kind of benefits after this too, because it's a good government job. You're not going to be a millionaire, but you're going to pay the bills, and that's the important thing, that you're generating income, paying the bills. And this is what this is. You have nothing to lose by trying. If somebody charges you money for this, you got the wrong website. They don't charge for any of this. So make sure it doesn't get charged. So to find out about it more, it's 2020census.gov, and you want to apply for a census job. Remember, .gov. Look at all these people. 5% of kids under 5 weren't counted. So these are kids that could get grants for them to grow better and things like that. Didn't for 10 years just because they didn't apply or somebody didn't put them on the form. This is what we're missing in the census. And this is why people get hurt, if they don't fill out the census form. If you're against the government and everything, fine. But you're not creating any extra tax money or anything. We're just going to say how the pie is going to be split up. So if they don't count you, you're going to get a smaller piece of the pie. That's it. You think that's unfair? I do. So whatever. And it's a way to earn some money to help make sure that more people get their fair share of the pie. That's what it is. We live in a democracy. We all have access to this stuff, if you know where it is.